Hey friends, so really quick update. Today is Wednesday, um, and this week has been a really good week for me, in a long time. I haven't had as much tremors this week. I'm still having like a little bit of tremors, and like my arm's not spasming like usual. I've been walking up straight without having to lean every 5 seconds, which like really weird. I decided to go to the beach with my family and not stay back because I haven't done anything all year at all. Like when I tell you I barely leave my house unless it's for appointments. So yeah, I went to the beach. Usually I'm out of breath just walking from here to the next room, but in order for everyone to have a good time, I didn't want to keep everyone from having a good time because of me, so I agreed to you know do all the walking in the beach and stuff. Yes, I had some assistance, like I had to hold on to whichever family member. They took turns, and I didn't want to take my walker because I feel like it would have been hard in the sand. So I did a lot of walking, and it like kind of like relieved I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel as weak. And yes, in the moment, like I was really extremely out of breath, but like by the end of the night, I would go home. Like we went back to the Airbnb, and I laid down the next morning. I had so much energy, walked again at another beach, and by the time I got home, I just felt strong. I didn't feel the way that I was feeling before with all my tremors and shakes and pains and stuff like that, which was really exciting because I had a fear of, like being out and actually doing things and it like affecting me in a really negative way, because it has happened. But I've decided since this whole journey, I decided I'm gonna start going for walks. I'm gonna start, exercising to see if it helps. Because to be honest, I had no idea. Like, I was like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't, like, I am not living life. I'm not leaving the house. I'm not, like, what, like, I need to do something. So I've decided, to look into exercises and see what is safe for me to do and what is like not gonna trigger my pains and my spasms and my tremors and things like that. But yeah, that's the upside that I'm looking at right now. For a long time, like, when you have a chronic illness, it brings a lot of depression, a lot of a lot of loneliness, a lot of, like, you feel like, you have people there for you, but you still, nobody actually knows what you're going through and the extent that, like, the tolls that it actually has on you as a person and your body in general. But I just wanted to come on here and say that, you know, you you can't let this situation win, because when I tell you, life has gotten so hard. Life has gotten so hard. I've you know you lose your independence, you lose your ability to, you know be out in the world. You lose, like, your ability to cook, to clean, to go out and do your normal running errands or any adulting situation. You lose the ability to do it by yourself, and to regain your independence is extremely hard. It is extremely hard. And that that takes a toll on you. Like, that really does. Like, I can tell you, I've I've lost people I'm close with. I've lost, different friends and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you got to look at the bright side for you. You have to remain positive. I've been, I want to say, in solitude and depression since this whole thing happened to me. It's happened to me in March. It is now July. And from March to July, this weekend has been the only time that I've actually gone out and done something. I have not been anywhere, done anything since then, and it's been extremely hard. I've cried, I've screamed, I've prayed, but just know you're not alone. You have a community of people that know what you're feeling, of people that know what you're feeling, of people that know what you're going through, of people that can relate, and you can share stories and positive energy, positive, like, you guys can give each other advice on like what or what you do to make yourself feel better, what you do, like tips on how you make yourself feel better with the condition that you have, in order for other people to get help from, you know from what you've learned. Me, for instance, I have dystonia. I was scared that, I was going to be bedridden, which, for a long time since March, I have been, and now is when I'm like getting up more and things like that. So, me with dystonia, I learned that when I'm laying down, I learned how, like, when I'm getting, like, I get my tremors when I lay down. I learned how to concentrate and turn it off for like at least a minute or so. I've learned how to, like, I don't know what it's called. I haven't really looked into it. I just I just been figuring things out on my own as I go. So I learned how to calm it down when I'm trying to lay down and just relax for the day. Or need to if I just need to lay down in general. But I'm learning how to do a lot of things. I'm gonna start, doing more exercises, because I did realize that the more I lay down, or the more I sit, or the more, like, I don't want to trigger anything in my body. I learned that it's making my legs weaker. It's making me weaker. So I do need to be on my feet a little bit more, which I do suggest with anybody like going through a similar situation. You know, don't let yourself decline more than you already are. You know what I mean? Like, even if it hurts, even if, you're tired, try to at least take 10 minutes out of the day to walk around, or, to be able to do the things that you have to do, because, you don't want yourself to get in a position where you can't do absolutely anything at all. So remain positive. God bless you. Have a good day.